Welcome back for another book talk video. Today's not just any day. It's a science fiction Sunday, and this Sci-Fi Sunday is also my 100th book talk video. That's right, I've been posting videos 100 days in a row. I'm exhausted, but it feels awesome to celebrate today, and in a sense, to celebrate how awesome it is to be a part of the BookTube community. Today I'm talking about Alexa Donne's two novels, Brightly Burning and The Stars We Steal. They are not a series. You do not have to read one to understand the other or one before the other, though it's my understanding they are set in the same sci-fi universe. Having read Brightly Burning greatly informed me to the setting for the second book, The Stars We Steal. Alexa Donne has a third book coming out in May of 2021. That's this year. You can pre-order it now. It is not science fiction though. The book is called The Ivies, about some sort of mystery going on at a private school, I believe. I like to support BookTube authors, AuthorTube authors, YouTubers. Both of these books are kind of light-hearted sci-fi romance stories. They're fun reads. They're written at a level where someone who is in middle school would find no problem whatsoever reading these books. They are targeted for a young adult audience, and thus you have to accept them on that level. They are written for that kind of vocabulary and with that kind of story in mind. Knowing that going into it should help you to enjoy the book. I gave both of these books 4 out of 5 stars, though I wrote a review for Brightly Burning, and I did acknowledge in that as a disclaimer that because I am such a fan of Alexa Donne's YouTube channel, I'm willing to admit I may have some bias. If I hadn't watched all those videos, it might be a 3 or 3.5 star book and maybe not a 4-star book, but I'm willing to accept that bias. Brightly Burning was sold as Jane Eyre in space, and I think that is great as a pitch. I think that's great submitting to the publishing companies. If you go into it either not having read Jane Eyre or having read Jane Eyre a long time ago, or more accepting of the fact that even though it's being called a retelling of the story, it's not literally a retelling of the story. There are going to be lots of changes and that sort of stuff. And I think you'll enjoy the story a lot more. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's really neat though, the science fiction universe that Alexa Donne has set up has Earth in the future as mostly a frozen wasteland, and the ships are orbiting around Earth and just trying to survive with the resources that they have. And thus, the main character in this first book has learned how to be a mechanic, an engineer, and fix things, thus to make herself valuable in society. But in her heart, what she really wants is to be a nanny, a governess. And so she's also been working as a teacher along the way. There's a clear theme of socioeconomic status, of the main character has grown up poor, has had to deal with water rationing and all of that. And she, in trying to get a new job, is also trying to get a higher status on another ship. And let me tell you, that change in life brings a lot of great creature comforts with it. I highly recommend Brightly Burning. I think you'll enjoy it. The Stars We Steal is set in the same fictional universe, which means it was really easy for me to understand the setting. I did read a couple of reviews online from people who I think probably hadn't read Brightly Burning and didn't understand the world building, so to speak, the galaxy building, the universe building of the setting, and they criticized the book as not doing enough world building, so to speak. But to me, it's a light-hearted romance in space. It didn't necessarily need a lot of extra things explained about Earth, because what you needed to know was the drama of the characters. But this book is a fun setup where you've got women who are trying to get a husband in order to get a better life. It doesn't come across as sexist because the men in the story are also competing with each other to try to get a wife to get a better life. It is very much about families making political and economic alliances in space and using their children growing up and getting married to do that. It's fun to see how the drama unfolds and what happens with the romances and the characters. That's it for my double book talk today. Like I said, I highly enjoy Brightly Burning and The Stars We Steal, and if you like to read lighthearted sci-fi romances, then I think that you would as well. Every day is a good day for a book talk. Peace.